This year we're celebrating 25 years of looking after Kookaburra Nook Homestead, and we decided that the house could do with a little cosmetic makeover. I want it to look like the farmhouse I've always had in my head, in my dreams, and to achieve that I've decided to whitewash it. Whitewashing is a really old technique. It uses hydrated lime and water. Unlike paint, it doesn't damage or stick to your bricks, and it's a fairly easy maintenance. It's also fairly easy to get rid of if you don't want it anymore. You do need to wear protective gear because hydrated lime is caustic. So you'll notice I have a visor and long clothes and gloves and old clothes because you are going to get messy and dirty doing this job. The first step of doing the whitewashing is to pressure wash your bricks. Make sure you follow your pressure washer instructions and never pressure wash your windows. I like everything really as clean as I can get it before I start, so I don't want little bits to stick in the whitewash mixture. So yeah, let's do it. Okay, so you'll notice I've got my gear on and no skin showing, which is just what you want it to be when you're about to do anything to do with whitewash. This is the products that I'm using to do my whitewashing, and this bag will do the whole house and probably still have some left over. When you first apply the whitewash, you need it to be on a day that's less than 26 degrees. You want those bricks to be able to stay damp. If it's overcast, good. So spring and autumn are good times here in Australia to do it. When you first apply your lime wash, it's going to look like you've thrown a carton of milk at the wall. Over 24 hours it will turn opaque, so don't worry if it doesn't look like anything's happening. If you want it darker, if your first coat isn't enough, you may need to do more than one coat. I've done 2 coats to 3 coats on some of the walls until I got my technique down pat, but you do need 24 hours between coats. So the ratio of mixing the lime is basically 1 to 4. So to do that, I've got a 2-litre yogurt bucket, and I'm just using half a bucket of the lime. I'm not going to talk to you why I tip this in because I don't want to breathe it in. And I'm going to do 2 buckets of water to that. What I have found is if you're doing a big area, when you get down to about 1/3 of your lime mix, make another mix and stir it in together. That way you get a more uniform colour, and otherwise things can be a little bit different. So I always try and leave 1/3 of my lime wash for my next session of lime washing. Now you can see that I've tipped that 1 to 4 mixture, so 1 lime to 4 water into a tall bucket. The reason I've done that is because when I use the paint stirrer to mix this, it's very thin and it's going to shoot up like a whirlpool. This bucket, however, is too heavy and difficult for me climbing up the step ladder, so I find a smaller bucket to do the actual painting really helps me. So I'm just going to carry this over to, you want an area, this is going to splatter and it does make a bit of a mess, so you want an area that it doesn't matter if the lime is going to go on it. So I'm just heading over to a patch of grass over here. So I'm about to mix the lime wash. I'm going to do this in short first. If I do it in one big long one, I'll just get like a whirlpool that shoots out of the bucket. So I want it to hardly move. You can see even when it's hardly moving, it's still messy. And what I will have left at the end of this is going to look like milk. frothy cappuccino. There we go. Okay, so that should be good. Put my glass back on. Now, if your lime wash does get on things you don't want it to, like splatters on paving or anything around the house, you can scrub with a nylon brush and some soapy dish water, and it will come up quite well. The quicker you do that, the better. So that's clean up. It's just a nylon brush, scrubbing brush, and some soapy water. I'm about to get started.